Hey everybody, welcome back. Here I have my 89 TW200. See, I've got some panels taken off here. I got it. It's got the carburetor, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. Somebody screwed around with it down here in the bottom where you can adjust the needle. Come on, focus. Down in here, it leaks fuel out of there. I don't know exactly what it's off. The guy I got the bike from was kind of a douche, so what I ended up doing is doing a bunch of research and found on Amazon this carburetor. There's the part, and I'll have a link down below in the description. Please use my link to check it out. But here's a brand new carburetor. All the reviews were great. Everybody seemed very happy with it. Other than, I think the one thing I thought you had to change is it goes on this way. So the throttles on the factory one are on the left. Now you're gonna have to run them around the other side onto the right. But anyways, I figured I'd make a little video on how to do this. There you can see the choke will go on this side. And anyways, so I took the tank off. The tank, you just take this one bolt, follow the fuel line off the carb, and then you got that out of the way. The seat up underneath, you go in through here, there's just two bolts, hold the seat on, that comes off first. This side panel on mine has two little bolts and then it just pops off. The side panel on the other side just pulls off. And then you're kind of to where I'm at now. So I'm gonna take stuff off of the carburetor here and kind of see what I'm gonna have to do to get that other one on there and give it a shot. But everybody says the factory carbs come too lean and just, I don't know, I wouldn't say aren't that great, but just aren't tuned that great, that's for sure. With this one being old and having some issues, for 40 or 50 bucks for a brand new carburetor, it's not worth screwing around with the old one. So we're gonna get that baby on there and I'll show you what I had to do when we come back and let you know how it works. Mine has a really wicked bog, hesitation, stall right off idle. When you're going to steady speed, it surges and does some weird things. So I'm crossing my fingers this will cure that issue. So we'll be right back. Okay, I got the carburetor off. It's a little bit tricky to kind of pop it out of there, so you can see it's got a couple vent lines, one on the other side, one on this side. I haven't taken off yet. New carburetor already has them attached, but anyways, what I did, what you're gonna have to do is, obviously you gotta loosen, there's a clamp there and there was a clamp there. I took it off. I took it off so I could smash and compress this. So you'll get this one loose, take the clamp all the way off and just kind of smash and push it out of the way as best you can. Then make sure this one's loose. And then what I did is I took a big screwdriver, put it in between here and the end of the bowl and kind of put a little pressure on it and twisted, used both hands, and then it kind of finally popped out of there, and then you can kind of wiggle it out. So it actually came out very easy. I thought I was gonna have to try to remove the air box or something because this little intake boot was up against it, but once I took the metal clamp off, I could compress it and get it out of the way. So really all that's left is we'll disconnect the lines for the throttle and then we'll start figuring out how to route the wires to the other side for the reverse carb. So we're getting there. Okay, everybody, I got it on there. You can see I had to run, so what I did with the cables initially went down this side of the frame into the carb here. So I pulled them up through and just brought them through. I had to go underneath this main wire harness just to make it not bind when you turn the wheel all the way one way. I had to bend these things. I had to tilt this one back, otherwise the cables went too far up. So I angled them, got everything how I like it. Had to adjust all these little nuts and stuff on there. Got some grease on me. But anyways, what you need to do is do some adjusting. So when I turn the throttle, if I can get it both in the same shot, it's good on all ranges, except for when I go really hard. If I'm all the way against the lock, it goes slow. But that's the best I could get it. It took some fooling around to get it to that point, but it's okay. I also noticed that my one is broke up here on mine, so that might be part of the problem too. But anyways, it's on there, everything's tightened down, it's good to go. I routed the little vent tubes down through where the factory has a little hole down there. We'll put the tank on next, hook up the fuel line, and we'll see if it runs. So that's really all that's left. So we'll come back when it's running, and I'll let you know if it made it any better or not. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, here we go. First start. Just started it.